Man, welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty podcast. Back at it again, doing what we do, and let's talk the fake stuff. And we're watching Monday Night Football. Got 2 games on at the same time. Crap, man, had a terrible motherfucking week. Terrible week, man. Lost every matchup. Lost to Dunk, his punk ass on the podcast tonight. I knew he was gonna pull up. Had to. Crap, man, what's going on, man?
The same old thing, man. We just hanging out. Chris, I think your game's playing through your headphones. Or something.
That's probably me.
Got it turned on.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, we all watching B-Rob right now trying to get 55 yards. But shit,
Yeah.
I had a great week, man. I only lost in one league, and it's, my Yahoo league. I'm 0-3 in that thing, but all my other leagues, Dynasty, had a good week. What about y'all?
Oh, I beat the champs in both my main leagues, man. That's a great week.
How are you in first and duty right now, man? Shit is upside down this year.
It's because I played the 2 rebuilding teams, Akil and Zamil, the Galani. Shout out the Galanis, rebuild forever.
Man, they're not rebuilding, dude. They told me they was competing.
Rebuild forever.
Competing. Man, see Swizzy, what's good with you, man? What kind of weekend did you have?
I had a pretty good weekend. Shit, I'm only losing in one league, and unless Brian Robinson gets me these 55 yards and breaks off like another 180, I'm gonna lose in that one. But
Man, Jaden just threw a dime, man.
Yeah,
but
McLaurin
other ones I got wins. Average Joe's. Oh, what's his name's ass? I had the most points in the league, like 148. Team going off. I'm winning in doo-doo.
Oh,
Will's got Trevor Lawrence playing, but Trevor Lawrence is shitting the brick tonight, so
Yeah,
looking like it won't be good. Jaden Daniels just scored a touchdown.
what you call it? In our Superflex league, I was super humbled in that. I was feeling myself after week 2. I was like, ooh, and then
Then reality sets in.
Yeah, man. Then the next week, you're like, what the fuck? Crazy how that shit happens, man. I just got fucking blew out. And here's the thing, like, I got blew out, had nothing to look forward to, and still I'm going against Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Austin Eckler, and Brian Robinson. All 4 of them. And I need Brian Robinson to get them yards so I can win that money tonight.
Well, the good news is they're up 20-10, and it looks like they're just going to be running the ball.
Let's go. Man. Yep. Go ahead, Crap Man.
I was just gonna say them Bengals, man. They might be starting off 0-3 now. Their defense looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I will see that.
Can't stop nobody. Hey, Dunc, while we on the pod, how about I slide a little Jamar Chase your way?
What you want for him?
Hey, Nico and a piece.
Nico and a piece. Man, I think Nico straight up should do it.
I don't know about all that. Nico and a piece.
Send me some trades.
I'll look at it. I thought you had Rasheed Rice. I forgot that you gave him to Noah. I've been wanting some Rasheed Rice too.
Yeah, I tried to get some Rasheed Rice.
You had him, remember? And then you panicked, man. You saw that DUI incoming. You were like, I want out of this.
Hey, I think it worked out all right. I pretty much flipped. It was Rasheed Rice for James Cook is what it ended up being. So,
yeah,
James Cook's been just fine so far.
Definitely a fair deal. But
yeah, that's a good deal.
If there's a dynasty lesson out there, don't panic, man. Don't panic. And when stuff like this happens, buy low.
Oh. Be like Craftman and let old C Swizzy just tell you he's going to send you a second and not tell you the year and let you accept that trade and send J.K. Dobbins to your boy.
I can't believe that, man. I was kicking myself a little bit, but shit, J.K. Dobbins would be on my bench anyway. I had Kyron on my bench this week. Still going to win. I don't know who to start, man. My team's luckily been healthy. I got all that depth, like, in the offseason, I tried to get all that depth and waiting for injuries and shit. My team's been healthy, so I just don't know who to start every week. Good problem to have, though.
Yeah.
Definitely
Boo-hoo.
a good problem.
Boo motherfucking who.
Yep, boo. My
My
team is too healthy.
My team's
God
too
dang.
healthy. I don't know who to play. Boo-hoo, man. Well, shoot, fellas. Listen, man, but we just basically on nights like this, all we do is pretty much talk football. We went through how many weeks? 3 weeks, and we're watching Monday Night Football. And everybody go check out our gambling. We do it every week. Prize picks, underdog, game lines, all that good stuff. Check it out. Crap, man. What we gonna talk about tonight, though, man? Drop it to us.
Should we talk about anything we want? We can talk about the previous week, talk about these teams that we think are fraudulent or not. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and start about them Minnesota Vikings right now. 3-0. Sam Darnold going off. Tell me what y'all think about Minnesota.
Yep, let me go
tell
ahead.
you what I think of what I told y'all about old Sam Darnold at the beginning of the season is that this dude is going to be fine. He's not going to be like super great, but he's going to be just fine. Justin Jefferson is going to be just fine. They're going to be all right. Hell, he threw 4 touchdowns. That's his score the other night. That's pushing low tier QB1. I'm not even saying this dude's going to finish as a QB1, but that dude in a superflex, you got it. That's a solid QB2 to stream every week that he plays.
Yeah, he's the QB1 right now. Like the QB1.
Yeah, I know. I know.
They got the pack. They got the pack this week in Green Bay, man. I think Jordan Love will be back. That's gonna be a game right there.
Yeah, that's on at 1 o'clock too, man.
Yeah, I know.
Game's at 1 o'clock. Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That should be like Thursday night football.
I'm gonna say this about Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson. I feel like I'm definitely wrong about fading Justin Jefferson. It's like Chris said in that redraft league we're in. He got him at the 112. I mean, a lot of them people in best balls getting him in the late first. Man, that looks like a smash pick, especially compared to. I know you said it before the podcast. Those people in the top 3, CD, Tyreek, CMC, not doing shit, and then you can go get Justin Jefferson in the back of the first and go off super wrong, dead wrong. I will not fade Justin Jefferson ever again. I done learned my lesson. And Sam Darnold, if I knew Sam Darnold was going to be... See, I sold Chris Sam Darnold in the Superflex League for a second. I ain't saying I'm not happy with that deal because I just picked him up and flipped it for a second. But if I knew he was going to do what he was doing now, I would have held on a little bit longer. Try to get 2 seconds out of that shit. You know what I'm saying, Crap Man? Because that motherfucker's going off. And just like I say, Crap, how many times do I say about these guys, these quarterbacks? If you give these motherfuckers some reps, like Sam Darnold, he's got a lot of reps under his belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows what the fuck he's doing out there. So I think that he's going to finish it out this year, and they're going to have a little problem. I ain't even going to say a problem. I think Sam Darnold's going to do good this year. He's going to be the starter next year. And J.J. McCarthy's going to ride that pine a little bit, no matter what.
Yeah, it's looking like it. But, I mean, when it comes to these quarterbacks like Sam Darnold, he had no chance with the Jets and had no chance with the Panthers. Like, you give, like we say on the podcast all the time, like, situation is, like, the most important thing that you could do. I mean, look at Caleb Williams right now with the Bears. I mean, it looks terrible because they expect him to go out there and just win games for them instead of like what the Steelers are doing with Justin Fields. Is just like, hey, let's just don't lose this the game. Go out there and play smart football and, you know, play within the system. But that's a shitty organization compared to a good one like the Vikings. And, you know, whatever quarterback they put in there is going to be all right.
Yeah. What you call it? It's like I like what you're talking about, these organizations that know how to win. The Packers, like me and the poor man P. Miller and the Crab Man, boots on the ground, was at the game. Like that motherfuckers, like that man, poor man P. Miller, been riding the Packers. I saw that they was underdogs. Man, that was automatic. I had to lock that one in immediately. But yeah, like even Malik Willis, he's getting some reps in. That's all I'm saying. Now look at him. He's gonna be pretty good. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be pretty good, but I'm just saying like these guys know how to play football if they get their reps in. But what about guys like Jordan Addison? I mean, he's been out, or Hawkinson, he's been out. Think Sam Darnold supports more than one?
What I'm saying is that Sam Darnold's doing all this, and he doesn't have those guys. He's got Justin Jefferson, and if he ain't on the waiver wire, you need to go. Like if he's on the waiver wire, you need to go pick him up. Oh, Naylor. That guy has caught a touchdown in every single game that they played this year. Jordan Naylor. Is it Jalen or Jordan? I know it's Naylor. But I mean, that's just a good little pickup right there for as long as they're going to be out. Can he support all three of them? I mean, probably not, but I mean, really, who can? But at the same time, like, that's just going to help him more than it's going to hurt him, them coming back. He's going to have better people to throw it to. Right now, defenses are keying in on Justin Jefferson, and this dude's still finding a way to get this motherfucker the ball. What they going to do when they got Addison and TJ Hawkinson up there?
Hey, credit to that coach, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're probably the team that I was most wrong on to begin. I mean, overall, like, off of Aaron Jones, but it looks like Aaron Jones still got it. And they're going to be tough. That defense is rocking. Matt, you got any teams you want to talk about? Your Falcons or anything like that right now?
Yeah, we need to talk about the Falcons, man.
Real quick, I want to say Vikings as a gambling option, they're a legit gambling pick to pick them to win you some money. And would you sell high on Sam Darnold?
Probably.
What would you get for him, though?
If you could squeeze even a late first for him, I mean, just
easily.
Okay, what about 2 seconds? Chris, somebody comes at you with 2 seconds. You selling them?
No.
I wouldn't do that if you're competing.
I don't really value the seconds anyway. That's why I just send them out like hotcakes.
For real. Like, don't care. You can send them my way. All right, yeah. Let's move on to the Falcons then. Fuck. I mean, we got fucking cheated. How about that?
They did get cheated.
They did get
cheated. That wasn't DPI, man.
That wasn't no pass interference.
Man, tackle.
Man, throw the ball up, man. You got Kyle Pitts over there. He's like 6'7" or whatever he is, and you're going to throw the ball at his freaking feet. Man, throw the ball up, let him have a good chance to catch the ball.
I will say that, like, Kirk Cousins definitely made a bad pass on that, but it was definitely defensive pass interference. And also, with the offensive coordinator and the head coach, these stale-ass plays ain't going to fucking work. Stop involving Ray McLeod and fucking Darnell Mooney and throw it to Drake London, use B. John, and get Kyle Pitts the ball. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
It is funny that Ray McLeod is out there to do like, returning punts for Clemson. Dude's playing in the NFL.
Bro, I agree. They're setting him up with like screens.
That's just special teams guy. But
man, y'all laughed at hell at me when I said Darnell Mooney's wide receiver too, not Kyle.
Y'all laughing at me like I'll be saying. I've said in the group chat and in the crew chat, y'all might be the worst team in the NFC South. Y'all for real might be.
Hold on.
Y'all might be the worst team in the NFC
I want to pump the
South.
brakes on that. Like we haven't exactly played the Raiders. Like we played the Chiefs, the Eagles. Like we're playing some top teams at first. You know what I'm saying?
Let it play out.
I mean, wait till we get to play all them little teams. The Panthers, Andy Dalton.
They better.
Yeah.
Okay. So even if we get to that, what does that make y'all? Y'all are third? Because y'all not as good as Tampa Bay. Y'all not as good as New Orleans.
I mean, New Orleans just lost to Philly too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, Philly with nobody on their team.
I don't know about Tampa. I would say Tampa, but the way they fucked up our lock of the week, I can't even look at them the same. Pussy ass motherfuckers, man. We took them at -6.5. What the fuck? They got blew out, bro. I mean, what the hell? That's what
you just remember whenever Chubba Hubbard and old fucking Red Rifle goes out there against the Falcons and we win. That old C. Swizzy told you that the Panthers are gonna whoop the Falcons.
Hey, look, well, I ain't saying that ain't gonna happen, and we definitely about to talk about the Panthers right now because totally different outlook with the Panthers. Now that Andy Dalton's up in the building running the show, because now you actually have some options on offense for Carolina that you could use. And Andy Dalton in your Superflex leagues, now he can be being played. The thing is, man, it just comes down to it. Like, I've defended Bryce Young, but the dude, he must not. I mean, he must be shot mentally at this point because, man, Andy Dalton goes in there, and now they look competent. Now, guys, these guys got NFL jobs. Trying to pay the bills? Like, you can't be sending Bryce Young out there if you playing like that, and you got a backup quarterback that can go out there and at least move the ball. So, Chris smashed on that. What was it? Panthers money line, and we hit on. I think Chris, you hit on the over. It was one of y'all hit on the over in that game too.
Yeah, I've been always going the over on the Panthers because, we we suck. So like teams normally the teams are normally going to put up the over themselves. But I mean, we came out there. Defense looked straight. The O-line held up to Max Crosby and all of them. And see, the issue with the Panthers was not the O-line. Bryce Young had plenty of time to throw. The dude was just averaging 4.4 yards a pass. Like, you can't do that. And as a fan, I don't want this dude to ever see the field in a Panthers uniform again. I want him gone. I think we should get something for him. I think we should ship him. I think that if Canales can't get this dude's head right, then, I mean, fuck. Send him somewhere that maybe he can actually play. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that he's terrible. Like, in a different situation, he could be good. Say, like, he goes to whoever's lost somebody. Like, they send him over to the Vikings or somewhere like that. I don't know. Like, Miami. That's a big one that people are talking about. Send him to Miami. Does he play there? I mean, I don't know if that translates to success because, I mean, if you're not throwing the ball more than 10 yards with the Panthers, are you going to be throwing the ball more than 10 yards with Miami? I mean, that doesn't seem like it's hard to me. Not in the NFL.
Man, all right, Dunk, hear me out. A question for you. Deontay Johnson had 14 targets. He had 8 receptions, 26 fantasy points. So here's the question. I guess this is a dynasty question. Is this a time to sell high? Or is this something sustained? Can it be sustained with Andy Dalton? Win you a championship, dynasty redraft? You selling? You staying in? What you say, Dunk?
Man, honestly, I would say sell because I think Andy Dalton just rode the high of like hope. Basically, they saw his red hair and they're like, "Damn, we got a chance." Basically, they started playing with more motivation. Saw Bryce Young's ass sitting on the bench, and they're like, "Damn, we can finally win." So right now, I say sell high because I don't think that high is going to last for too long. And also, they were playing the shitty ass Raiders. Raiders are ass.
Their defense isn't bad though.
I don't know.
Their defense, they have one of the best pass rushes in the league.
Yeah, they got Crosby, but I feel like their offense is stale as fuck though.
So is ours. We're the Panthers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, I think the shift like made a big difference. Like, I really think it just changed momentum.
I don't think that the 26 fantasy points is sustainable, but like 12 to 13, like wide receiver 2, like low end wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, like, you know, you throw him in on your flex. I think he'll be all right with Deontay.
I think the upside's just right there at the wide receiver 3, though. I don't really think he can be a wide receiver 2. I mean, I don't know,
just because he's always been a target hawk wherever he's been, and that translates well to fantasy points.
But it looks like Leggett might be all right.
Crap, man, what we doing? You selling?
I mean, it depends on if you're a contender or not. I mean, I don't really. I'm with Chris, man. Like seconds don't do it for me. So I would probably just.
I'm gonna trade him for a second.
I mean, shit. I drafted Roman Wilson in the second round. You want Roman Wilson or Deontay Johnson? Fucking probably Deontay Johnson. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think
you want Trey Benson or Deontay Johnson.
Trey Benson to me.
Probably, yeah, it'd probably have to be
Lad McConkey. Your boy Lad McConkey or Deontay Johnson?
Cole Beasley, man.
Probably Lad still. Man, that bet with Lad and Xavier Worthy going strong right now. They both putting up about 3 points a week.
Give me Deontay.
All right. Well, shoot, man. Well, what's the price on Deontay? If you got Deontay Johnson, can I say, well, heck, he's had to sell high points, so you gotta send a first. You can't send a second at him no more. You might have lost your. I just don't think.
I don't think you get a first. I don't think you get a first. Like, you would have to. It'd have to be seconds if you're going after draft picks. But just me personally, I'm not taking no seconds. I don't want the seconds. If I did it, I'd be trading for another player.
Yeah.
But I don't. What's hard for me to figure out right now is what player that would be, because I feel like that's situational for everybody.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you see this a lot, though, like a new quarterback comes in or like a coach gets fired and then an interim comes in and like the team just has like a great first game. And I'm kind of with Dunk where I think it was just like they're just riding the wave this week and the Raiders just didn't come to play. I mean, that's the NFL, man. You're still playing good teams out there and shit. If you ain't going to show up, you're going to lose.
Exactly.
Look at the Bucks.
Well, I just think that I'm not saying that we're going to be out there winning games or putting up as many points as we did, but I just don't. I think as long as we have Andy Dalton at least running the offense a little bit and everybody feels a bit better, that they're not going to be getting killed. They're not going to be losing like 3-30. Like the game's they'll at least be putting up 2 scores or something like that, which helps you in terms of fantasy. Like, you kind of want a player on a bad team, like the Panthers. Like, normally you would think, we always said all through the offseason, Deontay Johnson, like, this might be like your buy low right here. Like, this could smack. He's on a bad team. They're going to throw the ball the whole fucking game. This could be the point where that pays off. They swapped the quarterback. They benched his ass. Andy Dalton's out there throwing the ball. Is it going to happen every game? No. Is Justin Jefferson going to catch 100 yards every game? No. It's all a fucking gamble. It really is.
Yeah, to say like onto that too. Like, I think if you're making a bet, you better place it right now. Like, shit, because after this week, you are definitely going to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So if you're one way or the other, if you buying low, buying high, selling high, whatever, you need to do it right now, I think.
If y'all listen to old C Swizzy and you DFS and you threw Deontay Johnson in there, I guarantee you I made you some money.
Yeah, that was a good one, Chris, for real. Because he went
Listen to Chris when it comes to the Panthers.
For real, though.
I won like $30 off my little DFS.
Well, shit, are y'all going to be playing Cuba now then?
Oh, man, that's a good one to bring up. And yes, I am going to be playing Cuba. I got him in 2 leagues, and hell yeah, I'll be in my lineup. He got, like 20-something carries? I mean, shit, if they're even competitive, they just got to get Miles Sanders out of there because Chuba's definitely the best back.
Miles Sanders, once Brooks comes back, I mean, I think they're still going to just play Chuba for some reason. They love Chuba. They've loved Chuba. He's all right. He is pretty good.
He had 30 fantasy points. Close to it.
Oh, yeah. That's a sell high, though, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
That comes down to me really the same as Deontay. Like, what you going to get? You ain't getting a first one.
Well, I'd say Cuba for a second, though, because you got Jonathan Brooks coming in.
Yeah.
I can see the mindset behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Man, speaking of that same game, though, what y'all think about the Raiders? You think that coach is about to get fired or what? Is Tay getting out of there?
No.
He's going to the Jets, man. What are we talking about?
That'll never happen.
He going to the Jets. But yeah, the Raiders I don't know, man. They can't run the ball. They were, before this last game, they were 32nd in the league in rushing yards. Ooh. And shit. Zamir White looks like a total bust if you drafted him. I mean, he's the Miles Sanders of this season. You know.
Man,
terrible.
He went in the 4th round in our redraft league, man. Ooh.
Crazy.
Terrible pick that is.
I think the dude who drafted him is about to be 3-0 too.
Crazy. What the fuck? Pissing me off.
Making dumb picks, winning the league.
Redraft is crazy, man. No doubt about it.
Hey, my team looks good in that one.
Yeah, what you call it? As these weeks go by, we'll see more trades. People will be figuring out if they're competing or not. We'll see more trades, and we'll do a lot of episodes with a lot of trade talk, stuff like that. Most of what I see, though, everything's staying packed because everybody thinks they got a shot. I mean, a lot of leagues got like 1 or 2 people who, they ain't going to win, but everybody pretty much feels like they're going to win at this point, even if you wanted to. Yeah, hell, even if you're 0-3.
Yeah. I got a good player to bring up, Matt.
Go ahead, Cry.
Me and you gonna toot right here. We're gonna toot the horn a little bit. What the fuck is going on with Anthony Richardson, and why can't he hit open receivers?
Dude, he's bad, bro. He's bad.
He's pretty bad, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Listen, now that we've been doing this podcast for a little while, and we, kind of pay attention to college and all this stuff, man. There's one thing that I say is true that ever since I've even been watching, period, is like, if these guys really ain't good in college, like, they're really not going to be good in it. Like, Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, like, people buying into that kind of stuff just because, like, dude, they could run a fast 40 or, man, he can throw the ball from goalpost to goalpost, bro. But listen, man, I don't care what anybody says. You got to be able to run an offense. Like, you got to at least be able to come into the league and just kind of stay on schedule a little bit and just dink it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least know what you're doing. Anthony Richardson, bro, man, he's trash, bro. The only reason they won yesterday is because the Bears are trash. I cashed it, though. I made money on the Colts, but they're ass. Anthony Richardson, ass. But with that said, I'm gonna pass it to you. I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. Me and you still recognize that in a fantasy matchup on a week-to-week basis, dude, this dude's rushing upside is insane still. I mean, he can still pop off for 100 rushing yards and a touchdown and kill your ass.
Yeah, he can still have them big weeks, but, I mean, for the players around him, Michael Pittman, I mean, I wouldn't even say he's a buy low right now because as long as Anthony Richardson's there, he's only completing like 10 to 15 completions a game. And Michael Pittman's just not going to do anything with that. I don't think he's top 5 fantasy points in a half PPR this season. So I got him in the league. He's going to be on my bench for the time being. And shit, if he keeps going bad, I'll just drop his ass, put the grenade on the waiver wire for somebody. But somebody will pick him up and start his ass because of his name. But I mean, Don, what do you make of this Anthony Richardson situation? You think he's going to get better? You think it's just learning, or do you think that accuracy is something that just ain't going to get fixed?
I mean, he's definitely learning just to see, like, I don't know. He just doesn't have many reps, man. Like, fuck. I know they were talking about all his collegiate starts and even then, like, with high school and stuff like that. He just seems like he's inexperienced as fuck. Just raw, basically. And I don't even know if you can, like, really work that out in the NFL like that. I don't know. Maybe you can. I mean, I've certainly seen guys get better and progress, but he just looks, man, I don't know. Like I said, just raw, not polished.
In my other Dynasty League, I seen a trade go down. It was like somebody wanted Anthony Richardson so bad they traded Lamar just straight up for him.
Ooh,
and
yeah, I wouldn't do that.
It just makes me wonder, like, what's the thought process there? That Anthony Richardson runs? Shit, Lamar runs just as much, if not more. Like, I just don't. Yeah. I don't get the hope on some of these players that keep on, like Kyle Pitts, like your boy. It's like the hope will never end.
If Kirk would just throw this man the ball, come on, dude.
Kyle
Pitts, throw him the fucking ball.
That's
Why'd
the
you draft
Falcons organization. That's the Falcons right there.
That's why they're the worst team in the NFC South, right there, man.
But talking about Anthony Richardson, like, I mean, he does have, like, all the talent there. Like, you got the rushing upside. He's got the deep ball. It's just, man, like, it's just some of the intermediate stuff, really. Like, fuck.
Terrible, man.
I don't know, man. He's just, like I said, he's got to get more reps.
He'll be trying to take off scrambling and then just try to sling it in there, and then it gets picked off. Watching Anthony Richardson is like watching somebody that plays Madden my career, like quarterback, like trying to scramble and, run the score up, and they just throw like 7 picks, but they done scored like 12 touchdowns, but they threw 7 picks. I mean, this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me. Dumb decisions.
Well, shit, I know I mentioned Kyle Pitts. We got to hit on this tight end landscape right now, man. We've got to hit on this tight end landscape.
What's the strategy right now? Because here's what we say. Listen, everybody, if you happen to be listening to the show, I just want you to take a look at the description. Our thing says, fuck those tight ends. And you want to know why? Because they all fucking suck. There's not one tight end that I want out there. It's like, man, dude, I got Travis Kelce in the league, and I just sit there and look at it like depressed, like can't get rid of him, can't go get another one. You're just stuck, man. What you gonna do if you got Mark Andrews on your team? Man,
I got Mark Andrews on my team. I don't know. I'm fucked, dude.
Man. You're fucking
like I said, the other day, David offered me Fryermuth, and I told him that I wasn't that desperate yet. I may have to resend that to him at this point. I don't know. I don't think he'd take it at this point.
Man, y'all talk about tight ends, man. I got the 1 and the 2 and doo-doo, so it don't even matter.
I mean,
is there a 1 and 2?
Oh, yeah. Bowers, man. Bowers and Pitts.
Oh, man. I think I probably would say it's probably Bowers and McBride, maybe. Now.
McBride looks like dog shit, bro. Come on. They don't even scheme him in.
Well, Sam Laporta got carted the fuck off the other day, so.
Hey, maybe that was a fluke.
Kincaid's the only one that can really save it. He caught a touchdown tonight. I mean, he's already over double digits, so that's saying something.
They're just shooting a lot of people.
Dallas Goedert out here getting 170 yards. That's insane, dude. That's fucking crazy, man.
Hey, Dallas Goedert's always been good, though. He's got the talent, for sure. He just has a lot of
sitting there thinking, I was like, I traded that motherfucker.
That's the only time he's going to do that all year, man.
I
I
Hold
feel like
on,
that's
man.
another thing with like these tight ends too. Like they're usually operating in a system that has a wide receiver one that's pretty good. Like I'm thinking of McBride and Laporta with Amon-Ra and Marvin Harrison. Like they don't really have a Travis Kelce where it's like the main target or the wide receiver one like that. Not anymore, at least.
Well,
Shoot,
the
man.
tight end.
Dunk
Go
saying
ahead,
that.
Matt.
Dunk saying that they don't even scheme Trey McBride, and he's got 9 targets, 6 targets, and 6 targets.
I was
What
more or
else
less
do you
talking about
want?
that.
Austin
I think I was
Eckler,
talking about the last game or the game before. I think he got concussed last game though.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler just ran that bitch to the 30 on the kickoff.
God, I need Brian Robinson to get some rushing yards, man. Sheesh.
But see, my thing is like the best bet with that is exactly what I said. Like with Brock Bowers operating as like the lone one once Devontae Adams is done. Like I think he has, I don't know, probably the highest upside, definitely the highest target share in the
Yep.
future. And I think that's what
Yeah.
you got to look for.
Yeah,
I think so too.
agree.
I think Bowers is probably the tight end one right now. I mean,
Yep.
I wouldn't put
I
it
agree.
past like in redraft. Definitely, I'm not sure in Dynasty quite yet. I mean, Laporta, like these guys could get it going, but
For sure.
you know,
Yeah.
it's been rough. The tight end 3 on the year right now is Cole Kmet. That's how bad it is.
Hey,
As far as redraft goes, it looks like fading tight ends. Way to roll.
yeah, for
Go down
sure.
there, pick you up a Conklin in round 14 or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You can just do what Craftman did and not even draft one of them motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, man.
I
Not
got-
even drafted. And he
got
probably
Freiermuth
got him
getting
a
me 5 a
Conklin.
week. 5 a week for Freiermuth, and I'm like, hell, I'll take 5 a week. That's sweet. I'm just gonna keep playing.
Even with
Yeah.
Mark, I'll take 5 for Mark Andrews. At least get me 5. I mean, fuck. Don't give
That's
me
what I'm
0.
saying too. Like I feel like our expectations were like way too high for exactly how these tight ends were going to operate into the season. Like we saw that Sam Laporta junk last year, and we were like, "Oh man, the upside's there," but it's just not the reality of the situation at the position, really.
No.
Yeah, I agree. And he was going in like the second round and stuff like that.
I'm still
we-
holding out on
I would have
Dulcich.
never done that.
Dulcich can be done right. He just got played right.
Oh,
man.
stop! That Broncos team is terrible.
Matt, they
They
got
won,
the big
though.
win.
Hey,
They
I
got
don't
the
know.
big win.
They won though, yeah.
I
Think
think
about Bo
Nix
Nix. Bo Nix has got a lot of reps in his career too. Though that dude played that dude like my age out there playing. I mean, shit.
Man,
He's
that's what I'm
been
saying.
playing forever.
If Anthony Richardson had the same resume
Yeah.
as Bo Nix,
I
shit, we might
agree.
be looking at a
Man.
superstar.
1,000% agree with that, man. If Anthony Richardson had played 17 years in college, dude. Hey, some of these dudes for real play like 7 years in college. Think about how crazy that is. Makes no
Yeah,
fucking
they're like a
sense.
redshirt
Yeah.
freshman for like 5 years, basically.
Man, they got the COVID year and everything, man. They got. I'm just like, golly, but yeah, Bo Nix. Hey, give it up to him, man. I think career wise he'll be okay. Don't you think?
No, I think he sucks. I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna
I
stay on
just
that
think
one, man.
that right now they don't have anything better, so it's gonna work for right now. that's just how I view it. They don't have
I'll
nothing
get-
better.
Get up there.
Yeah, I'll give him that he doesn't have a lot of talent around him. I mean, shit, Javonte Williams and Josh Reynolds was like their leading receiver coming into last week.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
don't even got Jerry Judy anymore. That's not much to begin with. Shit.
Courtland Sutton,
He's
leading
an
receiver
ass
out there.
dog.
exactly.
What you call it? All right, I got a player to bring up, and this is more dynasty wise. All right, what about Jordan Mason with the 49ers? What are we doing with that man right there? Because let's see, Chris, don't you got him in the league? I know I got him in the league.
As long as he's playing, I started.
Yeah, look, I was gonna say this about
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, yeah, I got him. I just picked him up for free. I'm just gonna ride the wave no matter what. But what about selling him? What would you sell Jordan Mason for, Chris? What's he go for?
Oh, it's gonna have to be a good little bit just because of Christian McCaffrey. Like,
A second.
you know,
Have y'all been offered anything?
I got told that he was worth nothing the day before that he went out and got like 30 points. Like, I was like, he's not. I mean, he's Christian McCaffrey's backup. He's definitely not worth nothing. Like, at least it was like a 27-second or something like that. And I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
I don't care about a 25-second. What the fuck do you think I care about a 27-second?
Yeah. Well,
I can
I
only
mean,
imagine.
what could you flip him for somebody like young that ain't producing? Could you flip him for Trey Benson or what's the other one that went? Jonathan Brooks, who ain't even playing. Would you
I
flip
would
him for?
try.
Yeah, I would try.
What if you was
Jonathan
the
Brooks.
youngin? If you had Trey Benson, he's playing and not producing, and what if you're trying to win? You flip your rookie for Jordan Mason. I mean, it could be short lived, but it could go all the way through the year and win you a championship.
I wouldn't do it, but I mean, I know
Yeah.
people that probably would.
People in our league would, I feel like.
That's what I'm saying.
Shoot,
Shit, you
Chris
might as well
might
take
would.
advantage of them.
No, Nick
Would.
Blow would, Chris. They might would. Flip a rookie for somebody who could win you. Phil. There's definitely guys out there that would do some shit. Kraft. Who you got?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't say Jordan Mason's not worth anything. I mean, if I had McCaffrey in Dynasty, he's definitely worth more than a second just to have that peace of mind on your team. But McCaffrey's going to come back, whether it's 2 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, and then Mason's going to be relegated to practically nothing. So, I mean, he's just a very high-end handcuff right now, and we've had high-end handcuffs in the past, like Tony Pollard and stuff like this. I mean, the main question is, do y'all see a world where Jordan Mason goes somewhere and is a starting running back in the future?
No.
What kind of draft capital did he have?
He has none. He was undrafted.
Georgia
Undrafted? Yeah,
Tech.
probably not.
Shout out
Probably
to
not.
Tech.
I watched the Jackie
From the
Seth
Rambling
game,
Wreck.
man.
But I mean, wins are wins though. If you're one of them, like if you're one of them teams that you need them, like Matt and Dynasty. I mean, his running backs ain't. It just pieced together like 4 wins in the season with him. I mean, that's worth a lot.
Yep,
What second round rookie pick is going to help you win 4 games next year?
They're whooping their ass. Lyman just caught a touchdown.
Yeah, I saw that.
Offensive lineman just caught a touchdown.
Where are we at with B-Rob on the rushing yards?
Nothing.
God,
Jaden keeps running the ball, dude.
Dude, I
Man,
thought
Daniels.
that was like the biggest guaranteed one was Brian Robinson.
Man, Chris.
They're winning 27-13 though, so I mean, he's still got time.
Man, Chris, me getting Brock Bowers and JT from you, I might have set you back a little bit.
I don't think so because Jonathan Taylor's looking pretty good.
I don't know.
Tua may be out, but Tua's coming back, man. Tua's gonna play till he dies. Did y'all watch that video I sent in the group chat? It was damn Ace Ventura. Fucking, it's just like Tua telling Mike McDaniels that he's ready to come in, and he's like, "Oh, just put me in, coach. Just give me a chance."
Shoot, since Tua's out, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up real quick some buy lows out there real quick. Waddle and them, they're definitely some buy lows because you almost can't even play Waddle right now. And what you call it, Pacheco, buy the injury dip. All them guys that are hurt like that, you can buy any of them. I don't know about Cooper Kupp, but he ain't even on IR. Puka, I mean, you might could buy the injury dip on him. You know what I'm saying? But people like Waddle for sure, though. Whoo-wee, I mean, he's going to be unplayable until Tua comes back.
But that's what would you pay for him then? Like, let's say if you were trying to go out and get Waddle or Puka.
Well, I just think you can't even panic. Like, I wouldn't even sell him for nothing crazy. But
if you were trying to buy him, though.
I mean, what level player are we talking about?
I'm thinking about my team. Like, if I were to offer you something, I got like Metcalf, Chris Godwin, players like that. That's definitely not going to get it done. But would 2 of them guys? I mean, you would easily accept that, wouldn't you? Like Metcalf and Godwin for him.
Go ahead and send it, Crab.
I ain't gonna send that. I don't. I like Metcalf. I ain't like Chris, man. I like Metcalf.
Yeah,
I still like Waddle a lot too, but the Tua situation is a little sketch. I mean, it's you definitely got to call your shot with it because if Tua's not there, Jalen Waddle's unusable. Can't play him, like you said.
Yeah, no, that's definite.
What about Ayuk, man?
What about
him?
He ain't doing nothing.
I'd buy low.
What would you try to trade for him?
Man, I'm trying to think. What were we talking about? Redraft or Dynasty?
Dynasty.
Man, if first could get it done, I definitely would just try to slip somebody at first. But if they're competing, I'm trying to think of what piece you would have to get. Like you were talking about Chris Godwin, maybe Chris Godwin and like something extra, or like a second.
Yeah. I would probably do that. I think I'd try to get Ayuk for that. I just don't know. I mean, he'll end up picking it up, but he's still like what he did last year, averaging like 17 yards a catch and over 10 touchdowns. I don't even know if that's sustainable anymore. So I don't really look at him as like a top tier wide receiver anyway. Like I would much rather have like Rashid Rice or Nico Collins.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think we would have said that to begin the season.
No,
Nah.
not at all.
Nope.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like he should get it going here soon, especially with everybody being injured. The 49ers have had the worst injury luck.
They always hurt, man, every single year.
Always. Some of them.
Every
That's what I'm
single
saying.
hurt.
He didn't play at all. I mean, months at a time. Shit, it's just gonna take some time.
Well, I got a buy low for y'all. Would y'all go in on Tank Dell, try to get him? Would you pay a first for Tank Dell? A late first?
Right, I wouldn't pay a first though.
Man, listen, I don't know if I would pay a first. I probably would. He's not going to be good with Stephon around. I think. I think one thing we figured out in Houston is Nico Collins is that guy, and Stephon Diggs being there hurts Tank Dell for sure. And it's gonna stay that way. I think Tank Dell's good, but when Tank Dell's the second guy, he could probably strive more than. Even with Diggs, I mean, he was getting like some trash ass. I mean, those are some trash. Those trash points could go to Tank Dell instead of Diggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Always. Whenever I'm listening to these like football podcasts and stuff like that, they always got this shit like I don't know the advanced metrics and stuff like that, and it's supposed to show like the underutilization or like the what do they call that shit? Like positive regression or whatever.
Unrealized air yards and all this stuff.
Yeah, and they were basically saying Tank Dell should be like in the mid, like wide receiver twos based off usage.
I still think Tank Dell's good. I think it's going to bounce a little back and forth. I just think C.J. Stroud's, they're just not. No quarterbacks are playing good right now. I mean, it's a shit show right now. Like what quarterback do you feel comfortable starting in redraft except for like Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts and probably Lamar at this point?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, probably Kyler.
Sam Darnold.
Jaden Daniels.
Not even Mahomes. Yeah, Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's all right now.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, man. I love that guy.
Love me some D-Watt too. Hey. All right. Any more? Crap, man. Any more? This is what we're going into. We about to start locking in bets and all that stuff for week 4. So through week 3, anything else we got to discuss? Anything on the mind?
No, I was just thinking about them top tier. I just wanted to bring this up before we get off. Like the top tier receivers that are off to a slow start. Like we mentioned, Jalen Waddle as a buy low is Tyreek. I mean, CD hadn't got off to a hot start. Jamar Chase, he seems to be doing all right tonight. But I've about reached my point with Jamar Chase. I had his back for a long time.
AJ Brown's out too, and Garrett Wilson's kind of slow. All those top tier guys.
Drake London, he's catching some touchdowns, but Drake London's production really isn't hitting on much. I mean, are y'all panicking on any of them guys like Garrett Wilson? Garrett Wilson's a good name to bring up. What do you got him? Are you happy with Garrett Wilson? You think it's going to pick up?
Definitely not happy, but I'm liking the way that Aaron Rodgers and that offense is looking. It's more or less you just got like little fucking pests that are taking away like the targets and stuff from him. Especially like Alan Lazard. Like, damn, why the fuck are you
clearly not
Alan Lazard?
He's clearly not getting peppered right now like we were expecting him, like he was doing with Devontae Adams back in the day. Yeah, I know that's what everybody was expecting. But Lazard's taking a lot of shit, a lot of targets.
Garrett Wilson is still the most talented receiver in that group, though. So, I mean, I have faith, especially. And, I mean, he hasn't been doing bad. It's just kind of like not what you expected, right?
He just took Austin Eckler to the back.
So, I think you definitely have to hold on Garrett Wilson. That's a good buy opportunity, though. I definitely would send an offer out. I'm even thinking about, because I know I mentioned Chris Godwin in a second to like upgrade and get like Brandon Ayuk, but I might would add on first to upgrade and go get a guy like Garrett Wilson or a guy like Brandon Ayuk potentially, because I do think they have way higher upside.
So you still think Garrett Wilson's going to be like true number one in the league? Like eventually, it's just going to take some time, or are you just happy with, because you know where he went in redraft, like first round and shit in Dynasty, he's top 10 Dynasty receiver. You want a wide receiver one out of this guy, not like just a middling good little wide receiver two.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I still think he can reach that high. It's more or less just seeing like how the offense plays out, because I'm still trying to keep in mind Aaron Rodgers is a little bit rusty, trying to learn that system and everything like that, trying to learn how they operate. So I don't know. It's just looking like a decent offense. I think they're like on the come up right now. So I think that's just going to lead to more touchdowns, more yardage for Garrett Wilson at least.
Yeah. Matt, you got anybody else to bring up?
No, I was wondering what you were gonna say about old Jamar Chase. In that little situation. Sounds like you got it up to here.
I just
Man, Crack, I already sent you an offer
Higgins
for
being
man.
back will help.
You said, yeah, I think Higgins coming back will help, and their defense is terrible, so I think he's going to be fine. It's just at some point you got to stop making excuses for the Bengals. You know,
I'm more worried about Burrow.
They're all healthy right now.
Hey,
You
like
said you're more worried about Burrow.
Yeah.
You trying to get rid of, man? There's one in your inbox right now. Just hit accept.
What'd you send?
Hey, that's undisclosed, man. You're gonna have to talk to just me about it.
I don't want Wilson neither. Damn it.
Nah, it's Nico. There's something involved with Nico.
I might take a look at that one.
Yeah, take a look. Hey, every trade out there. We're gonna do an episode during the year too about with some advice and things we've learned and stuff. Hey, all trade offers need to be looked at and examined. That's what I say. Ain't nobody untradeable like that. You know what I'm saying, Crab Man? Like, I'll take a look at any trade, whatever you want to send. Ain't nobody off the table like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Definitely agree, man. There ain't no, yeah.
Like that trading average Joes, man. That dude, I picked what's his name up off the waiver wire, Jeff Wilson Jr. The man traded me Gabe Davis. Just I was just like,
for the hell of it.
All right. Like, I just picked this dude up. He's probably not gonna play again. Like, shit.
All right, crap, man. AJ Brown, he's obviously banged up, and then CD, if you remember, same shit last year. This is the same shit that went on last year. If the Cowboys want to start winning the games, they better go back to what they was doing last year and start targeting CD 15 plus times a game, because you ain't gonna win whatever you keep doing. And who's the other ones? I was wrong about Justin Jefferson clearly, and then Amon-Ra. Never had a fear, never had a doubt in my mind. So, but CD, I guess out of all of them, I'd be most worried about Garrett Wilson. I mean, the Packers not the Packers, the Jets, slow offense. I mean, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they out there running. Their defense is good. You know what I mean?
Their running backs are good. The backup running back is good too. I like Braylon Allen too. I mean, that dude is.
Yep,
he's good backup. I mean,
Braylon Allen. I sent out a second for him, and I never get a reply from Will Savage. So, what are we doing about Braylon Allen? Seconds don't get it done, does it? Even though he's a handcuff. Or would you sell high and be like, let me give me a second?
Shit, I look at Braylon Allen like I would rather have him than Mason. I mean, if we're just talking handcuffs, I mean Braylon Allen looks like he's. I mean, I'm trying to think of the rookie. Who's the rookie running backs this year? Is he the best one so far?
Better than Benson. And
yeah, better. I mean, better than Brooks so far. But
Blake Corum hardly ain't even seen the field hardly.
Oh, he ain't seeing the field at all.
People were like, "Oh, they should be. Kyron should be a little worried." This dude didn't get played at all in the first game. He didn't even see the field.
Can't be worried. Can't be worried about Kyron.
Hey, I do got to ask y'all this about Kyron though, because he did have a good game last game without Cooper Kupp, without Puka. All their offensive linemen are pretty much on IR. This is more redraft purposes. Do y'all think what Kyron is doing is going to be sustainable? Do y'all look at it as like he's going to get more opportunities, or the offense is just going to be bad? Because I wouldn't mind selling Kyron in redraft or Dynasty, really.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wouldn't even be worried about Kyron, to be honest with you. Obviously, if you can get a haul for him, like if somebody offers you 2 seconds, I'm selling him. Especially with your team. You're too stacked, bro. Somebody offers you 2 firsts, I'm easily
Oh, you said
selling
2
that.
seconds the first time.
Oh, my bad. Hell no, not 2 seconds. I would not even. I said that to you, Craft Man. I said that to you. I knew you wasn't going to accept it, but hey, might as well send it. 2 firsts. I'm
Gotta
saying.
send it.
I know Micah. He's got Brees Hall in the league, and he was asking. No, not Brees Hall. He's got Kyron Williams, and he was asking. God, I wish I could remember who it was. And I was telling him, man, it was just some low ball offer. Like if you want to sell Kyron, I would keep him unless I can keep him for. I want to sell him for a haul. That's the only thing. If I could get a running back and a high first, I want 2 firsts because I'm gonna just keep Kyron this year and next year. I'm not gonna be too worried about Kyron personally. I say just hold on to his ass.
He's just getting too much work. But before we get off, we forgot about this guy, and this is one that I'm kind of panicking on a little bit. Is Rachaad White? Me and you've been Rachaad White. We love Rachaad White, but it looks like a shift is coming.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say. I haven't really lost faith.
I haven't lost faith at all, especially in PPR, just because the kid's getting the targets. He's just not being efficient with his yards per carry right now. But the way this offense is going, they're running air raid. They're trying to air this ball out. Baker is just trying to sling this damn rock. And last week against the Broncos, it just didn't work. They fucked up the lock of the week. Bitch ass motherfuckers.
I know, man. What the fuck, man?
I mean, I think he'll be all right. And I think, like Dunk said, he's never been like the best, like at yards per carry. But I mean, I know what was the stat, Kraft? You know it off the top of your head. Last year, like per target share or something like that, he ranked above Christian McCaffrey in something, didn't he?
Well, I know like catch percentage, he caught like shit. I don't even know. He only had like 4 missed passes. Like I want to say he had like 60 receptions or some crap, and or 60 targets, like 55 receptions. I mean, it was something like crazy like that. But I mean, I don't know. He's inefficient on the ground, and Bucky Irvin is efficient on the ground so far. So if he keeps being efficient.
Here's what I would say. If worse comes to worse and Bucky Irvin really is going to start cutting in like that, I would say redraft. You're probably disappointed. Dynasty, though, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the dude's still getting 6 targets. 2 out of the 3 games, he's got 6 targets. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and complain about that. So, I mean, last week, he just didn't get the rushing attempts. You know, if he gets to a little more volume, couple more catches. I mean, it does feel like his upside is capped, but I mean, was his upside really? His upside was pretty high because I mean, I seen him as high as running back 4 last year. So
he was the RB5 on the year.
So yeah, his upside is clearly capped though. Dynasty, I'd be okay though, but redraft, you're probably taking an L because you probably drafted him in the 3rd or 4th round, and it's not exactly what you want.
And it's still going to take. It still takes a good little bit, I think, to get Rachaad White from somebody. Yeah. I've got Rachaad White. I know David's been trying to get him from me.
I mean, he could pop off next week and have a bust out a long run, and then have 6 catches, and we're going to be sitting here saying, "Okay, Rachaad White's fine."
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Bucky Irvin, I'm glad I got him though.
Bucky Irvin, I picked him up in a redraft league. Bucky Irvin does look good. I'll get it.
But it's all right because he's like my RB5 in doo-doo, so I mean, I'm not too worried. I can shut him off and not even have to think about it.
Right. Any more, Craft Man? Toss us another name.
Oh, well, I got some other stuff. Got that trade from Dunk. I got another one at the same time. My other dynasty league, Zamir White for Chuba.
Decline. Fuck no. You trying to give up Chuba?
Yeah, I got Chuba.
I wouldn't trade for Zamir White, dude. I'd roll with Chuba.
Dunk, what do you say, Chuba?
Yeah, for sure. Zamir White's dog
Damn,
shit,
that's
bro.
tough. I would say it's a little tough, but yeah. What did you need if you're trying to go
That's
to win this year?
Matt has always been a Zamir White believer, dude.
I sold him this year, though.
Matt has always been a believer in Zamir White. Closet Georgia fan over here, bro.
I just think it's funny. I think it's funny that your opinion of what I'm saying is I'm believing in Zamir White. I'm surprised.
I was just playing.
Yeah, But with that said, you got to expect Jonathan Brooks to come and play this year, maybe. So you might want to send Chuba out and go ahead and get Zamir, and you at least know Zamir's playing for the rest of the year. They asked,
Yeah.
and he's asked.
It just shows me that like I've seen the Panthers pay Miles Sanders X amount of money for 4 years to come over and rob the pine.
Yeah.
Like buying Chuba over.
Out of
definitely
any trade,
feasible for me to watch them get rid of all their draft picks, draft Jonathan Brooks, and him not even play. Nothing surprises me in Carolina anymore. Terrible organization, dog shit. Move the team, sell it.
Let's shoot, man. Let's wrap it on up then, Kraft man.
All right.
Remember,
I did have one more thing. Gambling wise. This is gambling wise. Just to hate on our lock of the week last week a little bit. I heard you say last week that teams that are favored by 5.5 were 0-9 going in.
Yeah.
And then so after this week, teams that are favored by 5.5 are 13-2 or 2-13 at covering the spread, and 9 of them teams have straight up just lost the game.
Yeah.
And I just mentioned that because Cincinnati was favored by 7.5 this game. So just going forward until we figure it out, man, I think the best bets are going to be, unders right now and hitting on teams to cover or not cover.
Them unders are hitting. And man, you're 1,000% correct. Man, I said that stat on the last pod, and now I hear people bringing it up everywhere on podcasts. But you're right. I mean, when you talk to poor man P. Miller, because I read him stats, we talk back and forth, and I read him some stats like about where the money's going, and he says like he's at the point now where like if the public is going like heavy on one side, he's just gonna go bet the other side because they're the side that's winning. So I mean, and Phil's killing it this year. He's hitting that money line. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you though. And another thing, not a tip, but good organizations, man, just bet on him, bro. Like bet on the Steelers and the Packers. Because Sean McVay,
the Panthers.
How about the Rams? That motherfucker went out there and got it done. Good.
That was another one where they were favored by over 5.5.
Yeah,
lost the game.
Don't be like the Cowboys. That's a fucking fraud alert right there. Fraud alert. We need to get our soundboard up in here.
Man, I have always said that the Cowboys are a fraud alert. I'm a resident Cowboys hater, dude.
you see money lines.
I get on Facebook for some reason, and Cowboys fan pages pop up, bro. Like, I don't know why, and I just go in there and talk shit. I'd be like, y'all suck, man.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's ass.
And gambling, if you see money lines with close odds against the Cowboys, those are some good bets to take. That Baltimore ones just seems like a given when you think about it. But yeah, man. Crap, man. Wrap it up, man. What you got to say to the folks out there?
Oh, not much, man. Just appreciate everybody for listening. And shoot, I wish it was a better game on. Well, it looks like Cincinnati's making it a game tonight, but we need B-Rob to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break off.
Well, Austin Eckler got hurt, so I'm probably fucked with my reception.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Swizzy, man. Anything you want to say to the folks?
Yeah, if you're not playing me this week, good luck. If you are playing me, fuck you, you trash.
Big Dunc, anything to say to the folks out there?
Man, I'm just celebrating my victory against the champs.
Golly,
my
man.
time.
It's
my
crazy.
time.
Yeah, man.
Dunk has a great week. I had a shitty.
Yeah, he sent her that little marshmallow roasting emoji. Dunk whoops his ass, man. I needed you to beat Dunk. I beat him the first week for you. You're supposed to beat him this time, and you lost.
Man, Chris, you scored the most points out of the whole season that first week.
I did. I know. It was crazy. I can't believe I put up like 170.
Shit, these standings going to look different now, though. I'm going to be up in there.
I'm losing to John.
Yep, John got them rookies on his squad. But shoot, man, listen, everybody, thanks for listening to the podcast. Man, go hit that subscribe button, that little ad button at that top right corner. Go hit that, and then go give us a 5-star review. And then tell your buddy that we got a podcast out there where we gamble, and that will be out Thursday before Thursday Night Football. We've been getting out all our gambling, and we've been hitting. We've been losing, too, but we've been winning. What else, crap, man? Anything we got to say?
Dunk, I'm not accepting your trade. Gotta be more. Gotta have more.
Send me a counter, man. Let me know what you want.
All right. I want it all.
Well,
A haul.
man.
I want it all. Well, I guess you could say, hey, I want it all.
We'll see.
We'll figure something out.
That wraps it on up, man. So we out.
Peace.
Peace.